Incredibox, a game where you can take dude, I'm gonna break those wind chimes. Incredibox, a game where you can take little icons, put them on the screen, and they'll sing part of a little song for you, just for fun. If you're a freaking bum, you could say it's kind of like My Singing Monsters, but with guys instead of monsters. I like this game, and a lot of people agree with me, because this game has a very large community of modders who make their own interpretations and versions of the game and its formula. One mod, made by this guy, has become really popular recently, gaining a very, very large spike in popularity, becoming even more popular than Incredibox, its source material. And people with channels that I can only describe as content farms have taken this person's mod and completely changed it and made it their own, contorting and twisting it into a spawn from hell. The situations and context that these content farms put this creator's characters in are frankly not suitable for any children on this site, or any children who even like the game Incredibox for that matter, because looking at this, some people need to be put down, and I'm not lying. Look at this.
Let us commence. 19 pounds in video game currency. Amongst you, who would like it?
Who in their right mind would want to look at this? Certainly not me. Certainly not anybody who watches any of these videos either, because every single comment section and every single video, everyone commenting seems to have the mental capacity of a summer ant. It just seems generally disrespectful to everybody involved on all accounts. Because, look at it from a different perspective. Step into somebody else's big boy shoes, you know? You want to make something, you got your creative juices flowing. You want to make something for everybody else to enjoy, and you take pride in the work that you've made. Does that sound like you? Well, guess what? None of that matters anymore because Sprunki Thanos from Squid Game was abandoned at childbirth. It should be taken into account that the most probable reason this person's characters were taken and used in this manner was because they are very colorful and can be anchored towards children much easier, which makes all these videos have a tone of predatory intent. Now that we've established that these videos are slimy, disgusting pieces of garbage, I'd like to also point out that the creator, the one I just said, had all their things taken from them and basically had their entire thing they made themselves ruined by a bunch of freaks. That person got doxxed and was harassed by people who didn't like all this weird stuff. If you generally think that it's their fault that their things were taken from them, I think you're a moron. On a side note, that person is making an improved version. They also have a bunch of other stuff they make, and you should go support that, by the way. Something that none of you will be surprised by at all in the slightest is that this has existed for a very, very long time. Since before me and most of the people who watch this unironically were little wiggling fetuses, practices like this, and very similar to this, have been going on for ages. One thing that hasn't changed, however, is how YouTube responds to videos like this. Back when things like Elsa and Spider-Man, remember when he got Elsa pregnant? Because I remember that. But YouTube's response to stuff like that was way, way different than how they respond to things like this now. I've seen creators have their entire channels terminated for dropping their microphone or showing something that they allow on the platform in their own videos. It's crazy. YouTube's algorithm allows these videos to get millions of views, and it really shows. Everyone at the kindergarten lunch table knows what Sprinkler is, and they will not hesitate to lore dump you on everything they've seen on the internet in their lifetime. All in all, this topic is deeply saddening, just in general. And if you are any of the people who I mentioned who are bad, I wish general misfortune on your entire bloodline. We need to make sure that kids can't access things like this in the future, and it's generally YouTube and their parents' jobs to be sure that they can't see any of this garbage. Alright, I'm gonna end it off there. I've got a turkey sandwich and an apple fritter in the fridge that I can eat, like, right now. So, see you, man.
Again, I have no idea what they said.
Are you satisfied with yourself?
No.